Planet Earth, the common home of such diverse inhabitants, a harmonious composition of elements allowing coexistence among its inhabitants and their environment, within a network of sublime interactions. It's the pulse of life. In this global existence network, the Amazon plays a fundamental role, as it is the largest tropical forest and largest river system worldwide. The Amazon region covers more than 7 million square kilometers, extending through the territories of Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Peru, Suriname, and Venezuela. It is home to one of the largest freshwater reserves in the world, and in fact, it is the largest hydrographic basin and perhaps the largest underground water reserve on the planet. From its source in the Peruvian Andes, the Amazon River and its more than 1,000 tributaries irrigate and give life to more than 30,000 types of plants, almost 2,000 species of fishes, 350 species of mammals, including 57 species of primates, and 1,000 of species of birds. Its ecosystems play key roles in global climate and in the existence of the different species, both in the rain formation in the different regions of the South American continent, as in the absorption and capture of CO2, as well as in food provision. The region is home to 48 million people, including more than 400 indigenous ethnic groups, as well as indigenous peoples living in voluntary isolation or in initial contact, traditional and tribal communities, and urban populations. It is a space of rich cultural diversity and multiple models of territorial and forest management practices. The uncontrolled race towards resource exploitation and unsustainable economic growth compromise Amazon preservation in all its diversity, widens social inequalities in the region, and alters the ecosystem balance. The 8 countries sharing the biome in the exercise of their sovereignty signed in 1978 the Amazon Cooperation Treaty, ACT, with a view to a harmonious and sustainable development of their Amazonian territories, seeking a better quality of life for their inhabitants. The creation of the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization, ACTO, reaffirmed the treaty guidelines to guarantee the fulfillment of its goals and premises. ACTO develops and implements coordinated joint actions in the regional, holistic, and a strategic vision, building synergy among governments, multilateral organizations, cooperation agencies, the scientific community, civil society organizations, productive sectors, and the whole society. Since the signing of the treaty, the need to promote cooperation in scientific research and in the exchange of information for a better understanding of the region and its inhabitants was already in sight. Relying on plural, secure, and collaborative sources is the only possible way to draw up guiding strategies towards the sustainable development in the region, for the generation of income associated with the maintenance of the standing forest, and to obtain the answers to meet the challenges of modern society. In this sense, in 2011, during the 9th meeting of Ministers of Foreign Affairs of the member countries, ACTO was entrusted to develop the Amazon Regional Observatory, ARO, as a reference center that connects, manages, and provides transparency to the knowledge about the Amazon region produced by the 8 countries. In 2019, ACTO's board of directors decided to deploy intense work to effectively implement the Amazon Regional Observatory. Among the objectives of the Observatory are to become the reference center for information on biodiversity, natural resources, and socio-diversity of the Amazon region, produce and update an inventory about Amazonian studies, develop relevant studies contributing on the regional vision, democratize and facilitate access to information, promote exchange between researchers and communities, and contribute to public policy formulation and decision-making processes. The Observatory is a compendium of tabulated data, maps, georeferenced content, multimedia material, official documents, legislation, and academic publications from official sources in the member countries and other institutions generating information on the Amazon, such as GBIF, FAO, ICLAC, among other institutions. The information collected through the ARO is organized into the following thematic modules: cities, biodiversity, water resources, forests, and indigenous peoples. Additionally, other thematic areas may be incorporated as they are defined by the ACTO member countries and in accordance with the Amazonian Strategic Cooperation Agenda. Information about the regulations established by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora is available in the CITES module. Data and graphics related to the import and export of species, licenses, and certificates, along with information on illegal traffic, can also be consulted in this module. In the module related to Amazonian biodiversity, there is found one of the richest panoramas in the world. A greater understanding of the ecosystem and the habitat of the species allows the dimensioning of the vulnerability situation and threat of extinction to which they are exposed. This module compiles essential information for the knowledge, monitoring, and evaluation of biological diversity. These data are useful for planning strategies and actions to improve the management of biological diversity. The Water Resources module offers diverse information on the hydrographic basins, the availability and use of water in the Amazon region, in each country, and in the whole basin. It is also possible to understand the water balance and the demand and quality of water, among other indicators that are displayed in a geographical panel. The Forests module reports information on the extent and dynamics of changes in the forest cover, along with data on the use of the forest resources and their importance in the economies of the countries and the Amazon region. Indigenous territories are important spaces for the preservation of natural resources. The Indigenous Peoples module of the Amazon Regional Observatory will be focused on health, with the objective of strengthening the response capacity, articulated and culturally relevant, of the different national and local health services in the face of the emergency and post-emergency of COVID-19 in indigenous territories in border areas. Therefore, a cross-border coordination will be established among the member countries of ACTO. The Amazon Regional Observatory represents much more than a qualified source of information, offering the user to analyze, compare, and identify trends in the use of natural resources from different sources of data, indicators, and geographic analysis tools. The GeoAmazon module, for instance, is an information panel that uses navigation tools to present visual information on topics and subtopics of work in the Amazon region, to produce maps, and for conducting research. In Digital Amazon, the user accesses statistics and thematic indicators of specific regions, countries, and localities, offering relevant documents, laws, and regulations of the Amazon countries. The Amazon Network module offers data and indicators related to the monitoring of water resources management, with information on the official monitoring networks of the member countries. In the case of the Our Amazon panel, it provides information, studies, and documentation on good practices and successful experiences in the Amazon region. The observatory is available through an online environment accessible for consultation by managers, researchers, students, and general public. It can also be visited at its facilities, where interested parties will have access to information and data monitoring panels in real time. The social biodiversity of the Amazon region is a universal treasure. Knowledge is the key to its preservation and to its sustainability in the future. Come and be part of the Amazon Regional Observatory.